the dream. Let's talk about it. Young rapper.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Outside Curry. Out to the wing. Read down low. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D there from Wilkins. Now here's Tatum. There's the triple. And it's Dominique Wilkins with the three.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Curry. Banchero with the screen. Reed. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Bounce pass from Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And when he's healthy, Zion is a force, an athletic freak who makes an impact on both ends.
Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Now here's Curry. Banchero outside. Out to DeRozan. Rebound, Atlanta.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Tatum.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good.
What impresses me about Jason Tatum are his work habits, his commitment in the offseason. To adding something else to his arsenal. We know he can play high-level basketball on both ends. The sky is the limit.
Here's Curry. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from outside. Williamson with it. Now guarded by Tatum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant.
Here's Curry. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Kicks it out to Banchero. From the top of the key. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Banchero's got 5.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
Out to the right wing. Here's Banchero. And he converts the layup. 7 points for Paolo Banchero. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Kawhi Leonard decides to flash that explosive athleticism. This guy works so hard on both his body and his craft.
Curry outside. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's Atlanta. They're up by 1. And we'll be back right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
The kick out to Wall. There's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Wall's got the lead up to 2 now for Houston. And the basket by Hill.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
It's stolen by Banchero. Robinson misses. Hill looking it over. Pass to Wade. Knocks it loose. And here we go. Williamson heading to the hoop. And finished off by Williamson.
And showing off some agility on the break. Banchero is so elusive in the open floor.
From deep, Reeves. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Now Hill following the three-point attempt by John Wall. He gets it in there.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Now a timeout called by Houston. So both teams changing it up here. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Houston. They trail by 1. Up top, Reed. Rebound, Wilkins. Williamson with it. Now defended by Williamson. Wilkins trying to get open. Williamson with the bucket.
As you expect, Zion getting forceful and dominant inside.
Curry outside. Curry from 3.
Yeah, there's There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Here's Wade. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Love the concentration from Wade. Totally committed to finding a high percentage shot.
And the jam by Stephen Curry.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And so it's Atlanta with it, following the score by Houston. No good from Wade. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it. And the dunk by Reed.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
Houston in the lead. Curry outside. Nowitzki with the rebound.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Houston's ball. Outside Curry. The kick out to Tatum. Reed a screen. 6 to shoot. Tatum's shot is off. Williamson right side. Banked in off the glass. Williamson's got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so here is Houston. On its way from Curry for 2. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Curry's got the first points of the second half here for Houston. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There can be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim. He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading shooters and then altering their shots.
Jumps up. Duncan with the block. Right side Wilkins. Tatum with it. And
Oh, that's unbelievable. Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
now here's Curry. He has 7. Duncan outside. Beyond the arc. Another miss by Houston.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
For Atlanta, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
All right, the Houston coming out of the board. Come on and get locked.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Houston trails by 4. Inside. Pass to Reed. Banchero with the screen. Another miss by Houston. And now in transition, it's Roy. Here we go. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Shoots over Curry. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. And that one's good. Duncan.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Duncan. It's rebounded by Houston.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
It's Curry outside. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Kept alive. The three. He can't get it to go. And so here is Houston. It's a one-point game. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Atlanta. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Tatum. That shot, no good. Good D by Williamson. Here's DeRozan.
Wow, and that vertical is unbelievable. DeRozan pulls off the jam. Those poor defenders.
And it's Leonard missing.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
The kick out to Tatum. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Houston leads by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
34.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So it's Atlanta now. Wade, bounce pass. Leonard looking over the floor. Kawhi with the flush. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's Reed. Buries it down low.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Williamson. Good D by Williamson. And Atlanta has possession. They lead by 1. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Off target from three-point range. Atlanta with the ball. And Williamson throws it down.
Goodness, I mean, we feel those science dunks shake the floor.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Atlanta will go for a different look here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Now, here's Roy. Outside Tatum. Here goes Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
But Jason Tatum worked hard, being comfortable in tight windows off the dribble drive. That was a nice-looking move.
And it's Banchero missing. And the dunk by Tatum.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one. Boy, a monster bucket yet again from Steph Curry. Knew they had to get something from that possession, and
what a jam! Tatum doing it with style.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Atlanta leading by 6. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
Pass to Reed. Curry with it. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot. Banchero, that's good. And now that's 11 points for Paolo Banchero. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Banchero. On its way from Curry for 2. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And now just a 4-point Atlanta lead. Outside Leonard. And shot on the way. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
To the right side. Fires at the elbow. And it's Banchero missing. And now we've got the intentional foul.
First team foul.
And Atlanta has possession. 6-point game. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Second team foul.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Willis Reed. Second personal foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Shooting for the away team.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Leonard. Williamson in the post. And finished off by Williamson.
Kawhi Leonard.
It's tipped. And so it's Atlanta with the W. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our team.